cooking video. We decided to start it because we want to share with you our traditional dishes, as our traditional dishes can tell you a lot about our cultures as well. So today we will make Borsch and Pampushky. It's Ukrainian traditional soup and bread. Now we will start with Borsch. For Borsch we need beetroot. It's one of the most important things. Then we will use meat. We will use pork. You can also use beef or chicken. You can also make a vegan version without meat, just with beans, but today we will use meat. Then potato, garlic, onion, pepper, carrot, cabbage, tomatoes and some seasoning, and also sugar, just to balance tastes. Now we will start with the meat. We will put it in the oven for 20 minutes, just to make the taste more interesting and also the color. 180 degrees, 20 minutes. We'll wait.
Ooh, it's cool.
Now we will put it in a boiling water. You should not boil it too hard because we want to have our base very tasty. Meanwhile, we have our meat on cooker. We will cut all our vegetables. Now that we finished cutting our vegetables, we can start to fry them. I'm adding a little bit of olive oil here. We'll start with onion. It will take maybe 5 minutes to fry our onion, and then we'll add carrot and pepper here. Okay, we have waited for 40-45 minutes approximately. Now we will remove our meat and put potatoes in our stock. It will boil for approximately 20 minutes. So now we are adding carrot to our onion. And I think I will also add a little bit more olive oil here. We'll fry it for another 5 minutes and then add our pepper here. I think our vegetables are ready to accept our beetroot. And now I will also add a little bit of sugar, just to balance our taste. Our tomato would be savory, and to balance it I will add sugar to make it sweeter. Now we can add our pomodori inside and also the rest of the can with this tomato juice. We'll remove bones from our meat. Our potato is boiling. I will put salt inside. And also here. We will add our vegetables inside. now I will also put our meat inside. Now to make the color of our borscht even more red, I will add juice from beetroot inside. If you are using fresh beetroot, it would be already red, but with cooked one, you have to add also juice. It would be better. And then I will add mashed garlic inside, just the whole thing. I will remove it later. Don't let borscht to boil very hard, just a little bit to keep the temperature, but not to ruin our tastes. Now, when our vegetables are done, I will add some seasoning, pepper and this thing, sorry I don't know how to translate it. And also it's optional, but it's better to add smoked plum or smoked pear. It would add really good taste to borscht. Just a little bit. I added just 3 of them. And then pepper. Last step, I will add our cabbage inside, leave it for 1 minute on fire and then put it off and leave it maybe for 20 minutes just to let our borscht cool. So for pampushky we need warm milk, warm, not cold, not hot, warm, farina, yeast, 2 eggs, butter, salt, sugar and a little bit of oil. Usually in Ukraine I'm using sunflower oil, but now we will use olive oil, it's also good. So we are putting in our bowl yeast. You can make it small pieces, and then we add in sugar inside. And this is my favorite moment because of 2 dry ingredients. We will make liquid now. Ooh, it will take some time, but wait for it, wait for it. You see, now it's turning into liquid thing. Now that we put our yeast and sugar together and mix it very good, we're adding milk inside, but please be careful because milk should not be more than 40 degrees, otherwise our yeast will die. Now we will mix it just to let sugar melt and we'll leave it for 10 minutes. So we wait for 10 minutes. I also add a tablespoon of flour inside just to help yeast to grow. Now we are adding 1 egg. It should be warm, not from the fridge. Then also approximately 1 glass of flour. Now we are adding melted butter. Be careful, it should not be hot again. Let it cool a little bit after you will melt it. And also a tablespoon of olive oil or sunflower oil. Okay, now that you mixed all the butter together, you can start to add flour. So now that we mix it good, I'm also adding salt here. Continue to mix it, just to spread the salt. Yeah, it's better to put salt in the end, because otherwise your yeast will not grow up. They will, but it would be more difficult for them. I will mix it maybe for 1 more minute, and then we will put it and leave for 40 minutes to grow. If it's still sticky, I recommend you not to add more flour, but just to put some oil on your hands, because dough should be soft. So now we will put it in a warm place and cover it with a towel, waiting for Pampushky to grow. We will make seasoning for them. All the thing we need is garlic and oil. If you want traditional variants, it would be better to use sunflower oil, but olive oil is good as well. The more garlic you use, the better. It's definitely not recipe for dating. So now I will clean it and peel it and cut it. Now we're just putting some oil inside, and we will leave it for maybe for 1 hour would be enough. We have waited for 40 minutes. Our dough is bigger now, so we can start to make our buns. There are a few options how you can make these buns, but I prefer one of them. I will put a little bit more oil, and now you're taking the dough and making it like this. So we have done our shape. It's better to cover it and put it again in a warm place and wait for 20 minutes. So we have already waited for 20 minutes. The idea is that they have to stick all together while baking, and then you have to separate it while eating. Now I will also cover it with egg and milk, just to make the color beautiful. I put the oven on 180 degrees. They will spend in the oven 30 or 40 minutes. It's better to cover them with oil immediately after baking. Now we will put our Pampushky in seasoned oil. The idea is to cover them with this oil and maybe to soak them a little bit with this oil.
you like it?
Yeah, actually I would like to add more salt, but in general, yeah. Thank you for watching, see you in the next video. Ciao!